At 6 o'clock in the morning, I get an elbow in my back, and Paula says, Les, I've got an idea. Do you think we can make elephant dung gin? We weren't quite sure who we were going to approach with this crazy idea, who would take us seriously.
When the secret was finally revealed, I was blown away. Here we have one of the most interesting and best gins in Africa, telling a beautiful African story and involving everything that I love about gin making. Interesting aromatic plants, nature, creativity, something so quintessentially African that it simply can't be ignored.
We're just collecting dung for our gin. Yes, we've been looking at where the ellies are because we need fresh dung. Where the ellies were, there were also lions, and so we've just been watching them carefully. It smells of the bushveld, actually. It smells of grass and leaves. It's lovely. It's very botanical. So we collected about just over 3 of these size bags. This will be, well, we hope about 4,000 bottles, 6,000 bottles is what we'll hopefully get out of this. The whole process is just by my wife and myself. From collecting the dung all the way through to bottling the product. This is a lifestyle business. We enjoy it and we want to keep enjoying it. As part of it, we donate 15% of our profits to Africa Foundation. And so we want to give back into the wildlife arena, and that's how we've distinguished ourselves. There are hundreds and hundreds of good gins in South Africa. I think there were 400-500 now.
Cape Town has now been described as the new gin capital of the world, which is great for us. There may be a lot of brands out there, but the good ones are enjoying a fantastic market of an increasingly educated and sophisticated clientele. So when we do a gin recipe, we're looking at including the traditional botanicals, the juniper, citrus, coriander, sort of core of a gin. But then we build on that and draw on an huge array of really interesting aromatic plants to make the gins different, to make them interesting, and to make them tell a local plant story. So when we look at a project like the Indlovu Gin, we're looking at probably one of the most sensitive creatures on the planet, hand-picking his own diet, the elephant. And their nose is so sensitive, they're gentle giants, they gently go through the landscape, pulling out what's palatable to them and using their nose to find that.
Elephants only digest 30% of what they eat. They choose the most amazing foods, and the aloes and the buku and the fynbos, and they eat all these.
They're drawing on acacias, which are aromatic. They're drawing on ericas. They're drawing on aromatic grasses, the cybopongans and others. So what they're doing is hand selecting for us. And then we are able to collect, dry and sanitize the material. We do frequent tests on the product. Our product is proven in a laboratory to be completely harmless in the sense of foreign matter or toxicity or anything like that. It's safer to drink than bottled water.
This is where the final flavouring runs of the gin are done. And this is where we infuse the elephant dung into the gin. When that process is done, this is where we also conduct the bottling or perform the bottling and the boxing of the gin.
It gives us a balanced product, which is interesting. It's aromatic.
It's got a deep flavour, earthy, smoky, spicy.
It gives a beautiful tan colour, the colour of dried botanicals in nature. It brings like a new-mown hay or grassy edge to the gin.
What we have is a gin that you can drink neat. That rounded, earthy flavours leaves a lovely aftertaste in your mouth. So it goes very well with coffee. So if you can imagine, it's on that coffee, orange, that type of quadrant in the flavour wheel. And it's just the mix of botanicals you can put in, and it's a bit like music. There's an endless combination. There's no two gins that taste alike.
Obviously some people are going to throw up their hands and say, ooh, not for me, but really that's not the most common reaction. The most common reaction is, wow, that's interesting, that's innovative, it's creative, and heavens, it tastes amazing.
We've put a lot of effort into it, and we've made sure that it is premium product. It tastes beautiful. Try it. You've got to try it.